To show you how to use the TI84 to extract all the factors that make up a number. Okay, so I'm going to go through this, and the reason I'm showing you this is it makes the work a whole lot easier in the long run for doing this. So I'm going to plant this out, okay, just like I was doing before with the thing, a T, and I'm going to put factors here, right? This is my factors, and this is my sum. I could just look at this, I already know what it is, but I'm going to show you how to do it with the calculator. So it's real easy. You take out your TI84 and you type y equals, and instead of this says 105, I'm going to use 60 divided by x. They're going to hit second function graph, which is the table, right? I'm going to scroll down and see all the factors that don't have a decimal. So I'm going to do this in front of you right now. So this is my TI84. All right, go ahead and clear this thing, and I'm going to hit y equals, and I'm going to go 60 divided by, I'm going to push alpha stow, which is x, hit enter, and then I'm going to go second function, it says table, hit this, and I get numbers. All right, now I'm going to make this a little bigger so I can see it, because all I'm going to do is scroll down and see all my factors. Okay. So the first one's 1 and 60. So I put 1, 60, and so my sum of those two would be 61, right? The next one is 2 and 30, right? 2, 30, that'd be 32, right? The next one is 3 and 20. 3, 20 makes that 23, okay? See what we're doing here. The next one is 4 and 15. 4, 15, that's going to be 19. Getting closer and closer to my target number, right? Then I got 5 and 12. 5, 12, 17. Okay, I put a star on that one because that's the one that works. So I just simply have the answer, x plus 5 times x plus 12. When you do these problems for me using your calculator, you must show the table, right? I'm going to type this in. You must show the table. This is part of the work. If you got the number wrong accidentally, and I can't go back and see this, you'll get no partial credit. This will give you partial credit if you accidentally picked the wrong one. But I saw you did the whole table, you just picked the wrong one. You're not going to get partial credit. Something to consider. I'm going to do a negative one real quick, okay? So I'm going to go here. Let me clear this guy. And I'm going to go one that has a negative number, okay? These can be quite challenging, right? Because of the way they're set up. Once again, I'm going to do the whole, put the line, drop this down, okay? Factors, and the sum, all right? Going back to my calculator, I just simply go y equals, and I'm going to change this to 33. Now, keep in mind, I'm not going to put the negative here. You might be saying, why are you doing that? Well, trust me, it works out better for you. Just put 33 divided by alpha store, which is x. Hit enter. And I'm going to go second function graph. Oops. Drop my pen. Second function graph. I'm going to blow this up. All right. I got to go back a little bit so I can arrow down. Okay, cool. Right. So I'm going to look at this right here, and I'm going to put all my factors up. Right. So for the first one, I have 1 and 33, okay? I have to imagine 1 would be negative in the first round, and then this would be negative second round. So the first one, it's always the difference between these two. So it'd be 32 and negative 32. Okay, you just find the difference of two numbers and use the bigger one. It's much easier. And just do that in its opposite. Okay, let's see the next one. I have 2 can't work as a decimal, 3 and 11. Right? Let's do 3 and 11. So I got 3 and 11. The difference is 8 and minus 8. Boom, found it. Okay. Once again, I must show the table to get partial credit if I mess this up. If I wanted to put the rest of them in there, let's say I was just doing them to make sure, my next number would be what? Oh, 11 and 3. So you can see that there's really only 2 sets you can really use. Okay. So the thing is, you got to make sure you find out which one's correct. The first one is if this was negative, 11 minus 3 is 8. The second one is this thing was negative, the minus 11. So it's going to be this one. So when you write your factors, you make sure you do it correctly. You would write it like this. This is where, say, partial credit, right? All right. So the first one has to be what? X plus 3. And then for this to be negative 8, this would have to be negative 11. X minus 11. Okay. Hopefully this makes sense. It makes it a lot easier for doing this stuff than making the table and trying to figure the factors out like we did before. I was just showing you this is what you would do, and then we're using a tool to make it much quicker for us.